It's true, I crave you.
What's good, YouTube? Teabagger Gibbon here. Welcome back to the channel. In the background you've got a little TDM gameplay, quite a close gameplay actually, on Unearthed. But what I wanted to talk to you about is obviously Black Ops 3. Now hopefully everybody's got their sweaty little palms on the beta download, which I think is due to come out today, 19th of August. But I came across an article in the Express, a UK-based paper, which talks about 5 things that you need to know about Black Ops 3. And just sort of touch on these little topics that they mention in this and just kind of give my opinion on it as well. One of the first things that they mention is multiplayer mobility is the key. So what they're talking about there is the way that you move around during the multiplayer. Now we know that with Advanced Warfare you had obviously the boost jump ability, and you could drift left to right and things like that. Within Black Ops 3 they're going to be bringing in, as everybody knows, you can switch between running along a wall, power sliding past the enemy, which has been fitted in between boost jumps. I'm praying that it's all toned down a little bit, because I know me and a lot of other people couldn't get to grips with the way that the boost jump worked in Advanced Warfare, and I think a few people struggled with it unless it was sort of like the pros or people that played it on a real regular basis. So hopefully it's toned down a little bit and there's a little bit more balance to it. That's what I'm hoping for anyways. I think from what I understand is you've got thruster packs and it gives them more control than what you actually had in Advanced Warfare, so hopefully it will make it, like I say, a little bit more balanced, a little bit more easier to use. The next section that they talk about is about making progress online. This is more to do with the character progression. So online there are specific characters that have specific abilities and specific weapons that you unlock as you progress them. So what it does do is, rather than just having the one character that you take on and just prestige all the way through up, you've got various characters that you can now level up and take further and further and further to unlock specific things for them, which I suppose gives you more reason to play the game, makes it more playable, makes you want to grind out a little bit more to get each character leveled up to a specific section. It's a little bit like Ghosts, if you like, where you had all the while you just didn't prestige one character, you had loads of characters that you prestiged, but this is obviously a more advanced way of doing it. So some of the named characters that you've got are including things Ruin, Seraph, Outrider and Reaper as well. I think there's 9 that have been announced in total. So you earn the XP, which is then put towards your progression pathway, which leads to new unlockable features throughout the game. So I'm actually looking forward to that side of it. That might be quite good. The next part that they're actually going to mention is about zombies going crazy and returning zombies mode. So effectively, as we all know, it's a tryout game, so the zombies mode is back, and they're saying that it's going to be the most ambitious zombie mode to date. I think everybody's seen the trailers, set in 1920s, kind of like Prohibition era. It looks ridiculously good, and this is the point of the game that I'm actually looking forward to the very most. Me and my friends are really looking forward to really grinding out on this. So as everybody knows, Treyarch were the first developer to include zombies mode, and it's been pretty much one of the key aspects of the game. I know a lot of people that will just buy the game for the zombie section. Basically, the way that it's going to be working is it's got its own storyline and progression system. And apparently it's going to include some time travelling to boot, so I am proper hype about this. I'm really looking forward to it. I remember with the way that they did it with Black Ops 2 and how well that actually worked, and hopefully they'll be doing DLC maps to go with it as well. So as they bring out the DLC maps for the actual game itself, there should hopefully be DLC maps for zombies as well. Point number 4 that they mentioned is it's called a powered campaign. And basically what that means is it's a shake-up in the way that abilities are used within the campaign itself. I think they're calling it a cyber core, which basically allows you to kind of customise your loadout for each mission. So you've got a load of new powers that you can choose, or abilities if you want to call it that, throughout the game itself. It's about 40 to choose from so far that have been revealed. Things like allowing for targets to be set on fire, or vehicles and robots to be taken over and turned against their allies, things like that. So as ever with this type of thing, I think this is kind of the way that they're going to do like the pick system. There's limitations that you can do with the loadouts. It's a similar sort of thing with the way that when you're picking your gun setup and things like that, you have like a certain number that you can put in, a pick 10 or a pick 13 or whatever. It will be similar to that, I would suspect, in the way that it works. And then the last point that they actually go on to talk about is the top co-op campaign action. So there's effectively, and this is another thing that I'm actually properly hype about, is the fact that there's going to be a 4-player online co-op. I'm really pleased to see this coming back. I think the last time that they did anything, or Call of Duty did anything like this really well, was when they had the Black Ops 3, not Black Ops 3, sorry, Modern Warfare 3, or Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2 with the co-op campaign, which actually worked really well. So effectively you got things like a 2-player split screen and a local play. So it just means that there's an easier way of doing it, and it's something else again to keep you playing the game and keeping everything going fresh, and it's hopefully going to be another reason for people to play the game, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I think we're all hoping that this is going to be the renaissance of Call of Duty, so fingers crossed that that will actually be the case. So those are the 5 sort of key things that this actual paper talked about. It goes into it in a little bit more expansion in the actual article itself, and I'll link the article in the description below if you want to have a quick look at that itself. It's a bit of an older article, I suppose. It came out in April, the back end of April, but it's just something that, as I was just doing a little bit of research, that I came along and thought would be quite a good thing to share, and just sort of share my thoughts on it at the same time as well. I'm really looking forward to it. Advanced Warfare kind of killed Call of Duty for me as an online game. People that have been to my channel before will know that I play a lot of Destiny, and that's what I play the most of at the moment. However, with that being said, I'm really looking forward to the possibility of this actually being the renaissance of Call of Duty as a franchise. Although I think a lot of people are worried that because they've gone very esports with the last sort of couple of CODs, that it's kind of ruining it for everybody a little bit, and the more casual gamer is kind of being left out of it, the ones that will pay the money for absolutely everything that comes out, and they're being forgotten a little bit. So hopefully this will kind of bring it back. I mean, usually what I would do is I would buy pretty much sort of like the premium pack for the game for when it comes out. I'm not doing it this time. I'm just buying the game itself first, see how I get on with it, and see what I think. And like I say, hopefully, I hope I'm proved wrong. I hope the game's really good, and I hope everybody's enjoying it at the same time as well. This gameplay's come to an end now, as you can see. Like I said, it was a properly close game. I got the game-winning kill cam. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that like button also as well. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I really appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. Peace!